In midterm vocabulary, I have a couple of hints and tips and tricks and stuff. Believe it or not, we have talked about almost all of these words. There's a few in here that we haven't hit, I know, but there's quite a few in here probably that a lot of people know already just from being part of a digital generation. But let's talk about definitions and let's talk about a couple other things, a couple of hints. First of all, if you need to look these up, I would recommend that you don't just Google the word individually. Here's the problem with that. All of these, or a lot of these words, have meanings in math and science that have nothing to do with technology. So if you just Google it and it gives you the math definition, then that's not right. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the tech definition. So what do? Well, my suggestion is to go online and find a tech dictionary for students. Trust me, they're out there. There's quite a few of them. And I say for students because a tech dictionary for engineers is not going to help you. You won't even understand the language in it. I won't even understand the language in it because I'm not an engineer. Right? So does that make sense? Now, if you can just define these right out of your own head, which I know quite a few students can, here's my recommendation for that. Notice, let me show you this top one here. Okay, if you wanted to define the word computer, don't give me this. Something that computes. There's multiple problems with that. Generally speaking, if you put the word you're defining in the definition, you're basically just repeating the word itself. You're not giving a definition. In this case, you're not even telling me what a computer is because, for instance, doesn't the human brain compute? So something that computes is not very specific. So maybe something like see what I'm saying? Digital machine means it can't be your brain. It's got to be a digital machine. It's got to be able to receive, store, and process data. There's literally only one kind of device that does that, a computer. And it doesn't matter whether it's the computer on the desk in front of you or the computer that you keep in your pocket, formerly known as a cell phone, right? It still receives, stores, and processes data. Much more specific. Now, let's roll down to this one right here, this section right here. Everybody looking at that section? This is where a lot of students lose a lot of points. I'm asking how many bytes are in, for instance, this first one, a kilobyte. Now, this is a real, actual number. Don't give me some kind of comparative number or some kind of scientific notation. How many bytes are in a kilobyte? Well, how many meters are in a kilometer? How many grams are in a kilogram? It's all the same thing. What's the number? Does anybody know how many meters in a kilometer? 1,000. Excellent. See that? It's a real number. These prefixes, kilo, mega, giga, tera, and peta, come from the metric system. So don't give me some kind of weird scientific notation that nobody understands. I know the internet will give you that crap because it's given students that crap in the past. Okay, don't fall for it. These are real numbers. Also, don't define one by comparing it to the other. If I say like a gigabyte is 10 megabytes, that's like saying, well, what is a car? Well, a car has 2 more wheels than a motorcycle. Okay. So does a baby stroller. Like, how does that tell me what a car is? You see what I mean? You can't define things based on comparisons with other things. That's not how that works because it's always too loose. Okay, so real numbers in here. Trust me, they're not that hard to find if you know what you're looking for. But don't let the computer dupe you into like the scientific notation or the comparative definitions. So anyways, that is about it. So like I said, this is not hard. It can take some time. If you're defining them out of your head, be specific. That'd be great. I love when you define them out of your head.